8. Mother of the Year. In April 2022, a disturbing incident unfolded in Laurel, Mississippi during a youth softball game for girls aged 12 and under. The game quickly escalated into violence when an angry mom supposedly punched the umpire square in the face after the match. The altercation took place on April 9th when Kiara Nichelle Thomas, a 32-year-old mother, started using foul language and verbally harassing umpire Christy Moore's calls as the game played out. Moore, who was 47, reported that Thomas threatened her repeatedly during the match. Eventually, Moore kicked Thomas out of the game. But the situation took a sudden, violent turn when, after the game finished, Thomas returned to the site and physically assaulted the umpire with a punch to the face before leaving the scene once again. After the incident, Moore posted a photo of herself on Facebook with a bruised black eye and expressed her frustration and disappointment with the situation. She highlighted the challenges faced by umpires in the league, especially in youth sports where they might face inexperienced or new officials. Moore then asked people to reconsider their negative attitudes toward officials and encouraged them to consider training to become umpires themselves if they can't handle the calls made. Thomas tried to evade arrest by leaving the scene the day of the attack, but a Parks and Recreation employee managed to capture her license plate number and vehicle details. Law enforcement then located and arrested her at around 7:18 p.m. on a charge of simple assault. It was also noted that Thomas happened to be wearing a Mother of the Year shirt in her mugshot, which is incredibly ironic. Christy Moore, a veteran umpire with almost a decade of experience officiating youth games under her belt, emphasized the growing trend of violence against sports officials. She pointed out that this issue extends well beyond softball and baseball, affecting officials in multiple sports. For Moore, the physical injury she received during the assault wasn't the most distressing part of the incident. Instead, it was the emotional impact it put on her own children, who witnessed her injuries firsthand and expressed fear for their mother's safety. Moore's experience serves as a reminder of the urgent need to address escalating aggression and violence directed at sports officials, especially in youth sports, to ensure the safety and well-being of every participant involved. 7. Dance competition. In June 2022, a dance competition at Borean Christian Church in Stone Mountain, DeKalb County, Georgia, took an unexpected turn when a brawl erupted involving children aged 9 to 14 and their parents. What was supposed to be a nice and friendly dance-off spiraled into complete chaos. Aliyah York, a 14-year-old participant, described the shocking turn of events after the fact, stating that she suddenly found herself on the floor, trying to shield her head from blows. Her mother, LaToya Carter, explained that a dance team from Savannah was responsible for starting the fight, emphasizing that it was initially intended to be a safe kids event, but turned into a disaster. Eyewitnesses reported that the fight was preceded by heated exchanges and taunts during the competition, ultimately ending in a full-blown brawl. In response, the church issued a statement, expressing awareness of the incident and saying that it was under investigation. They emphasized their organization's strong stance against any and all forms of violence. They also expressed the desire for all visitors to be able to attend peacefully in the future. This incident came after a similar one happened in Georgia, where a fight broke out during a youth basketball game in a church gym located in the Atlanta area. Although the DeKalb police didn't comment on any arrests made related to the dance brawl, there were several individuals taken into custody in connection to the basketball assault on a referee. The situation isn't only disheartening because of the lack of proper behavior in a public setting, but also particularly disturbing because it took place within a church. The community expressed their complete disappointment, questioning the behavior in such a holy environment. The parents and children involved are urged to deeply reflect on their actions. These incidents serve as a huge source of embarrassment for the churches affected. 6. Threatening the coach. In June 2019, an incident at a kids' baseball game launched a conversation about sportsmanship when a father was arrested for threatening the coach with a baseball bat after claiming that his children were not receiving enough playing time on the field. The event highlights the challenges that come up when parental expectations clash with the actual dynamics of youth sports. The confrontation happened at a youth baseball league game that was organized by the city of Roy, Utah, where volunteers typically serve as coaches. Tasha Lewis, a parent with 2 children in the league, acknowledged that while such extreme incidents weren't surprising, it was unfair to direct frustration toward the coach that day. Lewis emphasized that the coach, like many others in recreational youth sports, decides to donate their time and effort for the benefit of the children playing. The league's organizer chose not to make any comments on the incident, and Roy police declined interview requests about the matter. Nevertheless, Lewis commended the league for upholding its zero-tolerance policy toward disrespectful behavior. Throughout the league's history, there have been a few instances where both players and parents were asked to leave the field because of misconduct. But Lewis did note that in the current season, most participants displayed a more relaxed attitude. The father involved in the incident reportedly denied threatening the coach with the baseball bat at all. While acknowledging the frustrations parents may feel, particularly during the final game of the season, Lewis reiterated the importance of maintaining open communication. She suggested that the concerned parent could have approached the coach privately to discuss the issue, instead of resorting to threats or aggression. This incident reminds us of the critical role sportsmanship, communication, and respect constantly play in youth sports, where the primary focus should be on fostering a positive and respectful environment for young athletes to learn and grow within. 5. Jose Louie Mendes. In April 2023, a track meet that took place in Huerfano County, Colorado, took a distressing wrong turn when a fight led to a parent apparently trying to run over a student with a car. The incident happened at the RE1 Sports Complex near John Mall High School and resulted in the abrupt ending of the track meet. The Huerfano County Sheriff's Office got multiple calls reporting a man's dangerous actions, attempting to run over students who were attending events at the sports complex. Deputies quickly responded to the scene and were informed that the suspect was inside the parking lot of John Mall High School. In response, law enforcement cleared the parking lot of civilians and launched a search for the suspect, ultimately taking 42-year-old Jose Louie Mendes into custody with the help of Sheriff Bruce Newman and K-9 Sergeant Roman Hajar. After Mendez's arrest, officers began their official investigation, searching for any potential witnesses, additional victims, or accomplices in the area. A witness and an uninjured victim gave an account of the events that took place during the altercation. According to both the witness and the victim, the confrontation escalated after Mendes engaged in a verbal argument with the victim. Then, in a frightening turn of events, Mendes allegedly tried to run over the individual with his car. Fortunately, no firearms were involved that day, and there were no reported injuries stemming from the altercation. Mendes was arrested not long after and faced several charges in addition to having multiple county warrants already out against him. The Huerfano County Sheriff's Office praised the fast and responsible actions taken by parents, school staff, and visitors from the other schools who acted swiftly to ensure the safety of students involved in the track meet. The incident showed the importance of keeping a safe and respectful environment during school-related events, with quick intervention being crucial in stopping potential harm or escalation of conflicts. 4. Illegal move. In January 2020, a father from Kannapolis, North Carolina, named Barry Lee Jones, was taken into police custody and charged with simple assault and disorderly conduct after he decided to rush onto the wrestling mat during a high school match and tackle a student athlete. The incident took place during a wrestling match between a student from Hickory Ridge High School, where Jones's son goes to school, and a student athlete from Southeast Guilford High. Jones tackled the student athlete from the opposing team who was competing against his son that day. Luckily, the victim was reportedly not injured during the surprise incident. According to Fox 61 News, the altercation on the wrestling mat was brought on by the referee when he signaled that a move made by the SGHS student-athlete was illegal, according to the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Barry Lee Jones was then arrested and processed at the Cabarrus County Jail. He received a $1,000 secured bond as well. Officials from Southeast Guilford High School, including the wrestling coach and school's principal, declined to offer any comments on the incident, while the Guilford County School District was reached out to make a statement. Sharon Contreras, the superintendent of schools for Guilford County, expressed her disapproval over the incident, describing it as unfortunate and a reflection of society losing its common decency. She also mentioned that parents from the high schools involved in the incident had written a letter expressing their utter shock and appall, emphasizing that the actions of one parent did not even remotely represent the entire community. A statement was shared on behalf of the Hickory Ridge wrestling team parents, apologizing for the responsible party's unacceptable actions. The statement conveyed their disbelief and underlined that the parents' actions didn't align with the beliefs of the majority of parents or the HRHS wrestling program. They also extended their apology to the parents of the student-athlete who was attacked. Leigh Hebard, the director of athletics for Guilford County Schools, expressed his concern over the assault of the athlete. He also appreciated the apology from the parents and all of the support from the staff and families of the Hickory Ridge wrestling team who shared their concerns over the incident. 3. Basketball Brawl. In November 1987, a fight between two adults during the All-City Preview basketball tournament took a turn, resulting in a brawl that led to multiple hospitalizations and arrests. The incident took place at Northwest Classen High School in Oklahoma City. The initial fight started between two individuals inside the gymnasium, but quickly spread to others, prompting police officers to step in and try to clear the area. Despite these efforts, the fighting continued outside the school grounds. The initial fistfight escalated to the use of knives as weapons, although it's unclear what triggered the altercation in the first place. Importantly, students weren't involved, and the fight wasn't racially motivated, according to several police statements. Approximately 42 officers were eventually called in to help disperse the crowd, which numbered around 3,500 spectators. One of the individuals involved in the fight was hospitalized with a stab wound to his left cheek, while the condition of the other injured victims remained unknown at the time of reporting. 20-year-old Anthony McCullough was taken into custody and booked into jail on a charge of incitement to riot. The injured fighter identified McCullough as his opponent in the scuffle. Additionally, at least 3 other adults, likely the parents of the children involved in the game, were arrested and booked on charges of disorderly conduct, although their identities were never disclosed in the initial reports. Notably, McCullough had been asked to leave the tournament on multiple different occasions, but he continued to return each time. This eventually led to his arrest. The brawl caused the cancellation of the game between Northwest Classen and Star Spencer High School, as well as at least 3 other scheduled games upcoming in the season. It's worth mentioning that Northwest Classen High School's athletic programs had recently been placed on probation thanks to a bench-clearing brawl during a football game against Mustang High School earlier that same month. During that prior incident, a Northwest player had allegedly hit a game official. 2 parents come to blows. In May 2023, an unfortunate incident highlighted the growing problem of parents engaging in physical fights while attending their children's events in the United States. This particular incident happened during a soccer match between Union and Ridgeview High School, and quickly escalated into a significant brawl among attending parents in the stands. Video footage was shared on the Fight Haven Twitter page, capturing the intense incident that unfolded during the high school soccer game. The initial spark for the fight was a verbal dispute that eventually escalated into violence, resulting in one of the most significant clashes witnessed in high school soccer, resembling something similar to WWE's Royal Rumble. According to reports from the Twitter account, which specializes in sharing fights that were caught on camera, The conflict started when parents from Ridgeview High allegedly directed racial slurs towards the parents of the home team. In response to this offensive behavior, tensions reached a breaking point, leading some home team supporters to resort to using violence. The local Virginia Sheriff's Office later confirmed that several injuries happened during the altercation, and that one individual, Donald Guarant, was arrested and charged with assault and battery. This incident serves as a troubling reminder of the importance of maintaining sportsmanship and civility, especially when children are in the picture. Parents are expected to set a positive example for their kids and promote good sportsmanship, instead of engaging in disruptive and violent behavior. 1. Caught on camera. In May 2018, an unfortunate incident scarred a semi-championship baseball game at a central Indiana sports park when a fight between a coach and a parent erupted, leading to both adults being banned from the facility forever. The altercation went down during a game between the Cincinnati Flames and the Evo Shield Midwest Canes at Indianapolis Sports Park. A video of the brawl, posted on Facebook by a parent there that day, captured the moment when one man, who was identified as a coach from the Cincinnati Flames, approached another man while wielding a baseball bat. The footage also showed multiple adults yelling at others stepping in to separate the two individuals, all while children in the dugout watched helplessly. Kyle Scaringe, the manager at Indianapolis Sports Park, expressed disappointment over the incident, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a child-friendly environment in youth sports. He stressed that coaches aren't only mentors, but role models for young athletes. Luckily, no one was injured during the fight, and 911 was called before things spiraled out of control. While the incident was regrettable, it was noted by Fox 59 News that Indianapolis Sports Park had a pretty clean record over its 30-year history, with few events like this one ever happening. The video of the brawl quickly gained attention, receiving over 320,000 views in just one day. The park's management made it clear that there was no excuse for this behavior, especially in youth sports. The incident was under investigation by the tournament board, which would determine if any disciplinary actions needed to be taken against the involved parties. Despite the emotional nature of youth sports, the ordeal highlights the need to prioritize sportsmanship and maintain a respectful atmosphere for the sake of children and the community. The authorities were involved, but as of the police report, no charges had been filed by the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. If you were watching your kid's basketball game and the referee made bad calls in favor of the opposing team, would you make a big deal about it and yell at the ref? Or would you stay calm because sports are played for fun, especially during a child's elementary and high school years? Let us know what you do in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later.